Hello, everyone. I'm Radhika, and I'm excited to have you join us for another episode of Teal Bites. It's a pleasure to welcome to our discussion today Ms. Priya Kanduri, Chief Technology Officer and Head of Cybersecurity at Happiest Minds Technologies. With over 25 years of deep expertise in cybersecurity, SOC, managed security services, and digital risk management, Priya brings a wealth of knowledge in critical areas like identity governance, data privacy, and cloud security. Renowned for building strong business relationships and excelling in stakeholder and operations management, she is known for her unwavering commitment, integrity, and passion for advancing secure, resilient digital environments. Priya, it's great to connect with you again and a very warm welcome to Teal Bites.
Hi, Radhika. Very nice to be here. Thank you so much for having me in this chat.
Thank you so much, Priya. Priya, today I would love to hear from you that given your experience in the IT industry for over 2 decades, I would like to get your opinion on what is the most exciting innovation in cybersecurity right now and why.
Yeah, these are actually very exciting times, and that's an interesting question. And why I say exciting is there's a lot of tech advancements happening in the industry in general, and a lot of it is bringing cybersecurity and the retail industry and the manufacturing industry. It's all being brought together. Earlier, they kind of worked in silos. Now,
Right.
because of the technology advancements, they are all coming together, and that's what makes all sides of businesses interesting in terms of very niche and advanced technology assisted cyber security, threat hunting or prevention, attack detection, attack prevention, faster, quickly being able to recover from attacks. There's a lot more availability of tech now, even to put in place advanced cybersecurity measures. And
Right.
so these are exciting times, definitely. And what's most exciting to me, if I look at what's happening, there's a lot happening in cybersecurity right now. There are methods and options and technology available to prevent OT attacks. There is zero trust that's happening. There's a lot to do with a lot of advancement happening via AI/ML in cybersecurity. Gen AI is bringing revolution in terms of how the cybersecurity professionals can do better threat hunting. There's a lot happening, but a particular phenomena or particular framework that's exciting, also because how technically niche it is biometric analytics. AI/ML assisted biometric analytics is something that's definitely very exciting.
Okay.
It's more to do with behavioral biometrics, AI/ML assisted behavioral biometrics. I'll but I want to take you back to why it is required. Now we
Right.
have a lot of digital users, and the number of digital users is increasing exponentially year on year. And
Yeah.
as we sit today, there are over 30 billion transactions digitally that happen across the globe, and that number is almost doubling every 2 to 3 years, because number of digital users is also doubling every 2 to 3 years.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
that
Everything is only digital now.
exactly. Everything is digital. We don't step out of our homes anymore. So
Really.
it
Yeah.
also means that there is a lot of fraud possible in
Yeah.
all parts of those digital transactions. It's possible
Yeah.
when you are swiping the card, it's possible on your mobile, it's possible for the retailers as well, those who are selling the goods, those who are purchasing the goods. There's a lot that happens in between, and we would have, and even the non-retail areas, social sites and social attacks, there's a lot of fraud that happens. And I
Yes.
mean, recently there have been multiple cases where people hold of Insta accounts and send messages to the nears and dears asking for
Yes.
transfer smaller amounts. Can you send me 5,000 rupees by Paytm? I'm in trouble. Reaching out to friends, and many people fell
Lots is happening, and in different ways they are attacking.
different in many ways, and
Yeah.
goods wrongly being delivered. I mean, recently many not naming the websites, many of these shopping apps,
Hmm.
products were wrongly purchased by somebody else, and then you raise a complaint saying, "I never bought this. It was delivered to a different address. It happened so that somebody got account, created another address, used the
Hmm.
pre-scheduled, pre-saved payment information or wallets that are already there in these apps. Using that, purchases were made. There's a lot of online fraud that is possible, and
Right.
there are multiple ways of detecting and preventing it. But uh, behavioral biometrics is one a new revolution in terms of how these attacks can be prevented. Now, if you carefully look at how these attacks happen, sophisticated attacks, they are all automated. They are, the malicious users are they've created some bots which are nothing but pre-written scripts or pre-written code, malicious code that keeps sending, that keeps trying to trying to analyze a user's behavior, trying to get their credential information based on the social details that are already available. Typically, users have a tendency to reuse passwords, so go all over the internet, try to gather your profile. From that, try to
Right.
generate your passwords or try to mimic your behavior online, or just brute force attack, and try different combinations of user IDs and passwords and see what happens. Phishing attacks, man in the middle is another one where you are trying to sit in between and listen to the traffic from the retailer and the retail user and try to mimic and see how you can make sense of it, and then commit fraud on it. Credential stuffing is once again a lot to do with going over. Now everything is public, about everybody's information is public: what you're doing, what you like,
Yeah.
where you're going, where you're eating, when you're traveling, what are
Yeah.
your leave plans,
And
everything
also your
is public.
information is getting auto-filled now. If you go even to a
Exactly.
YouTube, your just information is just getting auto-filled. Like
And we
from
don't know how many places our information is stored.
I know, really, so
Yeah,
true.
who
It's
all have access
scary
to your
actually.
past. It's actually scary,
Yeah.
and that's where a lot more attacks are also possible. There are, I mean, right now there is enough technology available in terms of how these attacks can be prevented. All of this is called internet noise. It's just
Hmm.
noise. Everybody who is a user of internet is subject to this internet noise, which is all about the bot attacks and automated script attacks and ransomware attacks, malware attacks that happen, which are
Right.
also get released in millions on a daily basis.
Hmm.
Every day there are millions of new malwares or phishing attacks that are launched. Organizations use different methods such as multi-factor authentication. Not don't just go with user ID password, but enter an OTP,
Right.
and in other ways, CAPTCHA is another way that they try to detect these bot attacks.
Right.
There is also account lockouts, and there is also passwordless login. Don't even enter a password. Your retina scan or your fingerprints or biometrics will give you the authentication. But
Yeah.
are they enough? Probably not, because the advanced tech is available to the bad guys as well. They can
Right.
employ that and try to still overcome these fraud prevention techniques that organizations have implemented, and
Right.
and that is where and presently there are many fraud detection techniques that are available. For example, how to prevent fraud when the credit card is being swiped.
Hmm.
uh, Look at customers' buying habits and see if there is any suspicious activity. We do get calls once in a while saying, "Did you make this transaction?" That means somebody has detected an out of the pattern behavior in your retail behavior. There's a lot that's happening,
Right.
but that may still not be enough, and that's where this latest tech, which uses analytics and machine language, AI, ML, to make a much accurate profile of a retail user, which is called behavioral biometrics. It
Okay.
is, and that using that, look for any anomalies, or if there is anything out of the ordinary that's happening, and prevent those transactions.
Hmm.
That's one way to stop all the fraud that I had mentioned earlier. What is happening on shopping websites? What's happening with
Okay.
credit card stolen cards, stolen identities? What's happening on Insta and other areas of scam? How to this can significantly strengthen prevention of those attacks for retail users as well as retail merchants. And the way this would work is everybody will develop many habits when they're typical. habits when they use their laptop, for example, or when they use the internet, or when they use their mobile, or when they use their laptop or mouse. There is
Hmm.
a particular way in which you use your digital assets. it may
Right.
it may be the keyboard keystroke dynamics, or how, do you typically get your password right or wrong in the first attempt or second attempt, and that
Hmm.
would be common, that would be repeating. Do you swipe or do you touch? Do you use keyboard more? Do you use external mouse more? When you're browsing a website, where do you typically click? Are you Do you stick to the top portion and scroll down? Is your mouse going out of sync? There's a fingerprints, facial patterns. There's a lot of cognitive biometrics that are applicable to user, which are very unique to you, or very unique to me. The way I
Okay.
browse, the way I purchase, the way how quickly I buy, how much I browse before I buy. There's a lot that goes on, which is
Right.
very, very unique to each and every user.
Okay.
Behavioral biometrics, AIML assisted behavioral biometrics, is all about capturing a user's behavior
Hmm.
and in real time trying to see if the behavior that I see is you or not, is the
Matches.
user or not.
Right.
Is it
Right.
changing? Is it different? Do I feel anything suspicious? And then put certain stops and checks to see or not. That's all about the behavioral biometrics, which has been around for a while. Biometrics in terms of capturing fingerprints, facial patterns, retina scans, voice scans was always there. But this goes a lot beyond that and gets very, very precisive and prescriptive, and that's what behavioral biometrics is all about. And that's something that's very exciting, because like I said, retail transactions are increasing exponentially year on year, and we have to include more and more mechanisms. And with the advance tech that's available, these new ways of fraud prevention are possible, and this will also help improve business. Once I understand the user very well through these measures, I will not only be able to detect and prevent fraud, but I can also improve the user experience. I can quickly show what's relevant to you. If I understand your buying pattern, it also helps the retailers in terms of saving users time, giving them better user experience. So that's why
Right.
I say it's interesting or very exciting innovation, because it brings both together.
Right.
Cybersecurity and the business optimization or faster market reach are
Yeah.
not working in isolation. They are both coming together. I'm
Right.
offering, these technologies are offering fraud prevention, but they are also offering better customer experience. They are not hindering user performance. They are
Yeah.
offering better customer experience, faster returns on investment to the retailers, and everybody is a winner. That's why
Correct.
this is a unique tech, and this is an exciting tech. And there are lots of ways that they do it. How is the phone movement? How is the keyboard behavior? How is the mouse behavior? Touch screen behavior? There are a lot of ways that this technology works, and this can be clubbed with existing mechanisms of bot detection. There are lots of ways in which bots are detected today. They're detected
Yeah.
firewall touch points. There are multiple technologies available for bot prevention at the perimeter. Then there is identity and access management, authentication, authorization mechanism. There are also fraud prevention techniques that are fraud prevention systems and solutions that are available today, specific to banking and retail industry. These
Okay.
solutions will strengthen every all these areas and also deliver better customer experience. There's a fine balance that one has to strike in terms of measuring and detecting suspicions in real time. But
Hmm.
once you strike the balance, it can really be a game changer.
Right. Very, very nicely put, Priya. Thank you so much. I mean, it was like really interesting to hear, especially because somewhere we all are in the midst of it. And, also I feel that, if there can be more awareness about it, like, especially I feel for elderly people or, like youngsters who have just got into this whole, into social media and all that, it would really help. And, but thank you so much, Priya, for giving us such wonderful insights on this. And I look forward to connecting with you on many other such topics and, getting your insights, Priya. Thank you so much.
Yeah, pleasure's all mine. I enjoyed having this chat, and thank you once again. Look
Yeah.
forward to more videos and bites from you.
Yes, absolutely. Look forward, Priya. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.